Hello everybody and welcome to another general vlog video. Today is another beautiful day. So we are in the shed to house to finish the uprights in the wall, put the two studs in each bay, and maybe put the 2x4 over here that we want and get some other stuff done. So let's get busy. I mean, it's no sense in just talking, right? All right, and just like that, we got two walls done. We got this wall's done. And remember, I had this 2x4 here so I can bring my plug box out. Well, in this case, it's switch box. So I can run any size trim. You know, if I want to run, I don't know, a 3-inch trim or whatever, I can. I may not run any trim, I don't know, but I want that option. So that'll be for this little piece here, will be for my switch box. So we got that one done. I know you're supposed to go over 16-inch centers, and that would have only called for one. I wanted two of them in it for extra strength. Same way with this wall. This is the wall. Right past this would be the commode and the sink. I could have got away with just one in the middle, but I wanted to put two. And so now we're going on down to the other one that'll be by the shower. And we'll see what happens when we get there. It's moving right along. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm starting to get a little hot now. I'm getting ready to open back up the door, and I got to cut these. I've already got them ripped down. I just got to cut them and get them installed, and then we'll see what we get into past that. But here we go. And just like that, we're done with the framing. Now, I've gone around and really drove myself crazy because I keep thinking I'm seeing things that aren't level, that aren't square. I get my square out, it's laying in there, and I check, and everything is all right. It's just one of those things, I guess I second guess everything. All right, sorry about that. Ricky had come up. He's out in the backfield riding his dirt bike today, as usual. And he had a question for me, and I noticed his front tire was a little low, so we went over there and fixed that. So like I was saying, you know, I keep looking around, and I think, oh, this ain't straight, and I'm checking, and everything seems to be perfect, actually. Now, I did have to fudge a few things. That's out of my control. Just like there is about 3/8 of an inch difference in the height of this ceiling over there versus over here. But by building this wall, if I look, there's my level behind you guys. Now if I look and I put my level up here, it is perfect. Now what I did to accomplish that was when I put this wall in, this 2x4 support, this 2x4 support, this one, and the one there in the back, I pushed up on everything. I cut them about 1/4 of an inch too long, and I wedged them in there. And I know you're not supposed to do that, and it's probably not good practice to do that, and I don't want to tell everybody out there to do it, but that's how I achieved my levelness in here. Now, if this wasn't here, would it be level between the bathroom and this? It'd be off a little bit. But the bathroom's level, the kitchen's level. I do have to go off to the side over here and level this one. I need to drop it down 1/4 of an inch, but I put it in, so that was my mistake. It's actually not even put in, it's just temporary setting there. So I will get that taken care of, and that's about it. So I'm going to get off of here and see what else we can get done. And by getting off of here, I mean I'm just going to pause it. We got all of our walls done. If you back up here and look, the kitchen wall here is done. And that is basically just built to hide the refrigerator. I was going to build another wall here and just have a door opening for the refrigerator or for the kitchen. That's really what I wanted. But I decided to build a breakfast nook here instead. So let me get off here and see what else we can get accomplished. And like I said, once again, by getting off here, I mean, let me put this thing on pause. Okay, now we're working on the back part of the wall. I did get my other two caps on here to bring it down to 1.5 inches. Got all that. Now we're working on the back. And my problem is if I grab this little short level over here. All right. So see if I go up, now that matches. Turn it around. But there's a gap in here. But I'll worry about that later. But as you can see, this is what I was saying about no consistency of their build in here. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. But I just showed you that's level. But here, this board sticks out farther than the other. And it's just, but yet back here, let's go around here into the bathroom. It's weird that we actually have to walk around now. You'll see here, this board is proud. So this board up here that is not enough over here is too much here. And they're just, you got to deal with it. So I'm working on that right now. And then we'll get our 2x4 up there that will drop down to this size, which is in this little valley right here. That way I'll have something to nail to at the end, and then we'll probably fill this. That way when we put our top board up, it doesn't slant in. And I don't know, let me look at this right here. I don't know if this is, yeah, this fit in there. So if I put a board in there, that's going to be pretty close, but not perfect there. But now once it gets on out in here, it's perfect. So I'll probably just try to shim this side out just a little bit. So let's get busy. Okay. I just kind of want to show you guys what I'm talking about. When they built this, nothing is perfect. It's within a 1/2 inch or less. But, you know, one thing that you got to make sure is from side to side, when you're touching this one, you're touching this one, and you're level, that center one is touching. And you got to make sure that when you're here to here, it's level. Now, it was off about 1/4 inch. So if I brought this down to exact level this way, then when I run a straight edge from here to here, this was off about 1/4 inch. So what I did was I split it 1/16 or less. And I just went a little off. I'm still in the bubble on everything. But I went a little off on this meeting. And probably if you folded a dollar bill in 4, that's about the thickness. So it's not very, you'll never notice that once the sealing material is put up. And it's just something that you have to deal with on these. This isn't that old of a building, but it was a prefab building by the Amish, and they just did it really, really, really quick. It was never meant to be a home, so they weren't precise on everything that they do. So now when you're doing all of this, you have to take a little extra time on everything that I've done here, on the walls, the insulation, anywhere that I've had to fudge just a little bit. And it took me a little bit extra time. If I averaged it all out, maybe an extra 4 hours. And I'm going to say probably only about 2. But it was throughout this whole build, so it doesn't feel that bad. And right now I think I'm going to make a little filler piece for in here. And I'm sure it's not going to be exact if I get my tape measure. Hold on one second. If I get my tape measure and I run it up here, we want to go from this top, or this bottom to this top. And we're looking at 3 3/4 would be really nice. But if we look down here at this end, we're at 4. So there's, between this, how long is this? Between this almost 8-foot kitchen, there's a 1/4 inch difference. There was a 1/2 inch difference, but I split the difference between that, if that makes any sense. The eye will never pick that up. I still may, even when I'm done, put a 1/16 inch shim when I go to put my ceiling up, so I bring it down even lower. You know, the chances of it being off a little bit will be even lower. So we're going to go ahead and mark this at 3 3/4 and go all the way down. That's almost 4. Actually, I could probably get 4 to fit in there, especially considering I'm fitting in back behind. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll just go ahead and cut it at 4. Okay, the difference between the measurements is 3 7/8 to 4 inch. So we're only 1/8 of an inch out of plumb right now. I will not even worry about that. You'll never see that. That's what you get when you deal with something that you didn't build from the ground up. So now let me get this cut and we'll be right back. Okay, and just like that, we got that piece in. And basically now, when I go to put my wallboard in and put it flat up against the wall, you know, you can see if you guys come over here, there's barely any gap in there now. You know, and you'll never notice that once you know, put your wall and your ceiling up. You're just basically splitting all evils. And kind of what it comes down to is, now, yeah, I give them credit because this was never meant to be a house. Did they do it perfect? No. Should have they done it perfect at the prices they get for these buildings? Yeah, I think that they should have. But they didn't. You know, it's an assembly line in their building, and they throw them out really quick. If they miss a cut by 1/4 inch, they're not going to throw that piece of board away. They're going to keep it. They're going to put it up. Everything's going to come off. I've dealt with about 1 inch off on some things in here, and I've dealt with it as minute as a 1/4 inch. But if I continue on with that, and everything that I've got is off 1 inch, off a 1/4 inch, it's going to make my build look really bad. It's going to look bad on me, and I'm not going to be satisfied as the person doing it. So that's why I'm hiding all of it. And the devil is in the detail. Pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to your detail. So I got one more thing that I want to do real quick on this video, and then we're going to wrap this video up. But before we do, let's go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Comment down below. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And once you hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Go all the way up to the top and click all so you'll be notified on every single video that we post. And share us on your social media pages. And speaking of social media, follow us on Facebook at General Vlog Video on Facebook. Just type in General Vlog Video and hit follow and follow us along. We put some videos on there that are not on YouTube. We put some old throwback videos from the first videos on YouTube, which I think I have 350 videos. We put some pictures and some information and stuff like that, so you kind of be ahead of everybody else. And with that all being said, let's get on this last bit of a project and we'll end this video. So stick around. You got to stay till the end. You don't know what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I'm going to do. You guys remember this piece here. We put in for the light switches. Well, hindsight's 20/20, and I happen to think that that is right where the ladder's going to end, and it would be nice to have a 2x4 in there. So there's no sense that I can't put a 2x4 in there, and I can see now that all I'm going to do is go in between it and put in a 2x4. So let's get this out of here. I'm probably blocking your gut. Nah, not too bad. There we go. Now we'll get a measurement and get that cut up, and I have one extra 2x4 for that. Okay, now that we've got it cut and placed in there, and I've already started my screws, let's go ahead and get this thing screwed on in there. Oh, yeah, that wasn't too good, was it? I cut it exact size. That way I wasn't trying to force this top up or anything. So it was a somewhat loose fit. Not too bad. You'll see here in a minute how much that'll strengthen that up. Let me get my big butt down here on the floor and finish up. Now, if I add some toenails in on the side, which is going to be very hard to do, I don't even know if I can. Oh, that didn't work, did it? I'm at too much of an angle. So I'm going to have to knock that back down and try that one again. All right, and now we did it right. So now you can see that that board is out just a little bit, so I will hammer it back in straight. But now you can see now how much strength that added. I mean, you don't move that wall now. And it adds strength from the top as support. So that's it. I mean, it's all pretty much done. Move this ladder here out of the way. I just heard Ricky's dirt bike start up. He's still out riding. So the framing is done. I still have a little bit of blocking to do on the edges, and maybe you guys can kind of help me figure out. And we got a little bit of time in this video. I need to figure out somehow, my board will come up here, my wall board. So I need to figure out how to do that and give myself right on the edge enough for my ceiling. Actually, the wiring might be in the way there, but I need to have a place for both to do. Now what I was thinking about doing is, hold on just one second. I had to go out and grab another piece of scrap wood. What I was thinking is something of this nature. Let's see, how would that go? Something like that. No, that's not going to work. Down like this. Might actually work. Yeah, something like that right there. But yet, I would have to run a full piece across here. And then, like this, to give me something nailed to up there. And then run this one past that 2x4, like that. And that would give me something to nail my ceiling to and my wall to. And my wall be back enough. Yeah, that's going to be really tough to do. Anyways, if you guys got any ideas, feel free to drop them down in the comment. You know, I'm sure people have run across this before in barn roof houses and buildings. So anyways, with that being said, I want you guys to look out here. It is absolutely beautiful outside. Look at this. Doors are open. Green grass. Of course, my pile of sawdust out there. Ricky's out riding his, oh, he's doing a good wheelie. Look at that, look at that, look at that. All the way. Oh, wow. He did a good wheelie. Anyways, with all of that being said, get outside and enjoy the day. And I hope you guys have a great day and even better tomorrow and an awesome night. And I'm trying to get you away from the lights. They're everywhere. Anyways, we'll see you guys on the next video. And I may have all my framing 99.9% done. I'm still my own camera guy. So that means we got to get up close and personal. I got to poke you in here and turn this thing off. We'll see you on the next video. Get out and enjoy yourself and have a great day. And please be safe.